Cynicism is always going to try to get you, and it's your job to navigate around that cynicism, because they're like nipping dogs at your feet. They're not important. Cynicism is valueless in my book. I have no time for it. I will be patient with it to a degree, and then I have no patience for it. Some parent that doesn't want their kid to play the violin, okay, and they're antagonistic, you've got to be an accountant. You've got to be an accountant. You go, okay, Dad, I love you, but if I become an accountant, I'm becoming what you want me to be, and I have a good chance at having a not so happy life. Even if I fail at being a violinist, at least I failed on my own terms, and I failed doing something I loved. So you got to let up on me, Dad, or brother, or sister, or whatever, whoever that character is that has a counter intention to you. You have to get with them and get real and say, look, it's my life, it's not your life, and this is how I need to do it. Whether someone wants to be a baseball player, but their parents want them to be a football player. It doesn't even matter if it's the wrong sport. You see, it's not your sport, and I've watched people do this my whole life. I've watched them, wow, you got to be a professional football player for 6 months. Why didn't that work out? Well, because I wanted to be a baseball player. Well, what happened? They said, well, my dad wanted me to become a football player, and I was really going on his wishes. So if you had to redo history, you'd say, would I have told Dad at that time, look, I'm just enjoying this more than that. Can you let up on me? So there's all these interesting increments of how you give yourself permission and navigate around people that are counter your intentions. You can't forget that life is an art. This is why Oprah and I connected immediately, because, we did a whole episode one time on enlightening people that didn't have money on how they can live art. I said, very easy. I said, can the average fellow go to Walmart and afford it's like a tray? Yes, it might be $3. Can you afford a cup instead of a paper cup? Might be $1, it's fine. Now, can you put your favorite coffee in that cup? Can you go to a market or something and get a nice blueberry muffin? Can you make that look pretty, put a flower on that tray? Now can you go give it to your husband or your wife? They'll think they're at the Four Seasons getting room service, and you have minimal money. It's how you approach it. It's the art of life. If you want to look a certain way, it doesn't take money. I remember I had a couple of friends that were in a bind. They needed a suit for a wedding. They didn't have one. I said, let's go to Walmart. I said, I can get you a suit for $46. Well, it's going to look great on you. And it did, because the designer of the Walmart thing had a better tailoring than some of the top designers. And everybody complimented him at the wedding. Man, yeah, you look great, you look great. Never told them it was from Walmart, $46, but he upstaged everybody with all their designer suits. I did that with my sisters once. I never told her. I was used to buying them expensive clothes. I went to Walmart and bought a cocktail dress for one sister and a kind of other type of cocktail wear. They wore them out. They loved them so much, and I never told them how much they cost, $19 each. And I never told them where I got it from, because I did not want it to influence them, but I wanted to show that you can experience life if you're clever with money and still be as artful. There's a joy of creating, and that's free. Whether you write or play music or act, that's free, the joy, and you can splurge on that joy. Everybody can. You just have to give yourself permission.